Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan Dang, and today I'm just going to be kind of talking about my past and things that I thought about in the past, I guess, and if I've lived up to it and just some thoughts I've been having about that. So yeah, it's just another video of me sitting down and talking, kind of diary-like, for me to look back on the future and just get out my thoughts. This one YouTuber that I really enjoy watching is called Best Dressed, also known as Ashley, and I really enjoy watching her videos when she's just sitting down and talking because I feel like I have a lot of the same thoughts as her and what she says relates to me and is good advice for me. And obviously she's a very successful YouTuber, and I'm not using my channel to get views or like subscribers or anything like that. I just use this channel to get out my thoughts and document things. But something that she said recently, or in a video that I recently just watched, was how it would probably be healthier for her to go to a therapist and talk about her feelings, but you know, what's better is just her sitting in front of a camera and talking to millions of people. And I think that kind of talking my thoughts out to this camera is how I get out my feelings too, in addition to talking to friends and family and stuff. But I think this is a really good way for me to just sit down with my thoughts and get it out there. So yeah, so I'll just get started. So since I've been home, I was looking through some of my old diaries from when I was younger, like in elementary school or middle school. And I was just thinking about how I thought back then, and I don't know if this is how it is for other people, but when I was little and I saw older people, especially like college students or teenagers, I would just envision myself as a college student or as a teenager when I was younger, and I would just kind of imagine how I would be in the future. Because when you're little, you just see older kids as really, really cool and something you just look up to and are so mesmerized by. And I think now that I'm here, I haven't really stepped back and thought about it, because obviously as you age, you just feel like that's the age you are and you don't really think anything much of it. But now I'm trying to step back and think about that. So I guess the first thing is, when I was younger, I thought that I would be so cool and finally have a boyfriend and what life would be like with that. And right now I do have a boyfriend, and I think that I haven't really stepped back and thought about it. It didn't happen so quickly, but I guess everything just happened and you don't think anything of it when it's happening because you're there when it's happening. And I think it's kind of crazy. You know, I went like 18 years without having a boyfriend or ever really having romantic relationship with anybody, and now it's a really nice feeling and I like it, and it's just kind of a cool new experience that I had never gone through before. So I think that's pretty significant in my life and something that is nice, and that I would have, if I knew about it when I was younger, I would have liked it. I don't know how to explain it. It has lived up to my expectations. I'm not saying if I was younger and I had a boyfriend, I would have liked it. I was a child. I'm saying that I would have liked knowing where I am now, because it is good. Other things that I kind of thought about when I was younger was college and how amazing that would be. So basically all of my life before college, all I thought about was college. All throughout high school, every single night, just thinking about college. Every day, every class, all I thought about was college. And I think that was such a big milestone and destination for me. Now that I'm here, I think that I've been a lot less motivated since I got to college, because I don't really have something distinct to look to now. Of course, there's always grad school or job in the workforce, you know, internships and all that, but I don't have anything necessary, because when I was younger, all I had to think about was college and how I had to get into it. But I think I'm pretty satisfied with where I'm at now. I really enjoy college, if you guys have seen my other videos. And yeah, it's really lived up to my expectations. I don't really have that much to complain about. I don't know, just when I was younger, I idolized my life in the future. And I think right now it's really cool because I'm kind of idolizing my life as it is now, because I like it so much and I'm really lucky to enjoy it the way I do. Obviously, I don't love quarantining or the stay-at-home orders and coronavirus in this present state. Other than that, it's pretty great. Yeah, I guess just when I was younger, I kind of imagined me to be more mature by this time. I think that I'm not super mature yet, and I still have a lot of craziness. I'm not the most stable person or sane, and I think I just kind of imagine myself to be this boss woman lady by this point, but I still kind of feel like a child, and I feel like I'm still kind of treated like a child. But then sometimes I think about it and I think about how I'm 19 and how I'm an adult who can do things on her own, and it's just kind of crazy because I don't feel any different than I was back when I was envisioning my future. This video wasn't really going anywhere. I was just thinking about that recently, about how I imagine my life in the future and how it is now that I'm in the future. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.